Am I the asshole for saying I will call campus authorities if my friend doesn't give me my dress back? Every time there's a formal at my 19F school, which is pretty often, this girl, 19F, who I thought was my friend, asks to borrow one of my formal dresses since she doesn't have any. And since girls try to avoid repeating the same dress within a semester, she has borrowed like 7 dresses from me. Every time she borrows one, I have to have it dry cleaned, which is about $25 regularly, but because all the dresses are considered high-end delicates, it's $50 each time. I thought we were friends, and I've loaned her evening gowns many times for formals she otherwise wouldn't be able to attend. She was literally sobbing on the phone the first time she realized she didn't have a dress she felt content wearing. The last dress she borrowed from me was one of my nicer dresses, and it was for the most formal gala our school throws each year. I asked for it back right after. She left me on read for 2 weeks and kept ignoring my texts. I eventually showed up at her dorm to get the dress, which she said was waiting to go in the washer since she was washing it for me. I was like, you can't wash a formal dress made out of formal material. That would totally destroy it. She apparently had no clue. I said I'd be back for it. She left me on read for another 2 weeks as I texted her and pointedly ignored me until I showed up again at her door. She pretended to not hear me, and I texted her roommate to have her roommate open the door for me. I said I want my dress back right now. Then she actually said to me, "What are you doing here? You're trespassing on my property? This dorm room is my private residence, and you're threatening me with your crazy energy." I said I will call the campus authorities if she doesn't get my dress for me right now. Keeping it from me is stealing my property. She yelled, "Oh, so now I'm a thief? How dare you disrespect me in my home?" I said, "You certainly are, and you owe me $690 if I don't get my dress right now. I will contact the authorities." She said, "Well, I've misplaced it in my room somewhere and I don't have time to search, so go away." Her dorm room is like 3 feet wide. It's literally impossible to lose my dress. I said I will call the campus police and report theft, and I will tell everyone at our school on my Instagram story what she did, and she said I'm a liar and gaslighter and I've made her feel unsafe in her residence by demanding what is mine. She said her roommate says I'm a gaslighter, too, and I don't even know her roommate. Not the asshole, obviously. Get authorities involved and be prepared that your dress doesn't exist anymore. Not the asshole. Refusing to return is stealing. I'm sure she ruined it, either by washing it or during wearing. Contact campus police, the RAW, and everyone you can think of. You will probably have to sue her. I hope you have a receipt. NTA. And because the dress is so valuable, I would consider calling the police instead of campus police. Not the asshole. She stole your dress and likely destroyed it. Waiting to go in the washer. Most likely stained it and then washed it and then tried to gaslight you when she realized what happened. That's why she is inventing people saying that you are a gaslighter. Not the asshole. She stole your property. You made every reasonable attempt to reclaim it before escalating to the proper authorities. Honestly, you wouldn't be an asshole here if you went to the real police. Not the asshole. Also, if you simply must loan a thing, require a deposit for double the value in cash and see how quickly they find other alternatives. Edited to add. Part of the money should be non-refundable, ya know, for wear and tear. With respect to money, memorize this. No. I never loan money and I don't have it to give away. Wash. Rinse. Repeat. Be well and please send an update. Update. Am I the asshole for being very harsh? Hi. I just wanted to make this post before I move on. I kept my word. No beach house no matter what my ex, his wife and my son said about me. It was hard and I broke down on Sunday because even though I know my son loves me and that he's just angry, hearing him say that he wishes I wasn't his mother over and over hurts a lot. On Sunday, May 1st, after my breakdown, I told him that he can stay with his dad for the week. My ex was going to have him for the weekend anyways. So yeah, Sunday evening I took my son out. I wanted to try one more time to make him understand plus tell him I love him, and that's why I'm being so strict. I took him to a park we used to go to, just him and I usually took him there when my ex and I would fight and he would leave us for days to see his sister. He was pretty moody the entire time and called me crazy for wanting to eat on the grass lol, but he complied. I asked him if he remembered the spot and he said yeah. I then talked to him about everything. I also reminded him that there is nobody in this world and beyond that I love more than him. He was silent the entire ride to his dad's house and I thought I fucked up until we arrived and he said, "I love you too, Mom." It was so hard to keep the tears in. I had to take a break from driving home because of how emotional I was. Monday and Tuesday were calm and nothing out of the ordinary. Wednesday night was different. My husband and I were out while the girls were with my in-laws when I got a call from my son. He was quiet but asked me if I could pick him up. I called my ex who just told me that our son was being dramatic but I was welcome to take him. It was obvious that him and his father had a pretty bad argument about something. I asked him what happened since ex kept telling me it was nothing. Turns out my ex cheated on his wife. His wife confronted him and brought up the fact that he cheated on me. Ex proceeded to insult me and call me names. My son heard everything and put it together. My son was distressed and I really wish he didn't have to find out. Not like this. When we got home, my son collapsed in my arms and kept saying he was really sorry for everything. I managed to calm him down and he fell asleep on the couch. I was stuck with him in the most uncomfortable position all night, but all I cared about at that moment was my son. I didn't know I could love and care for someone this much. I never planned on having children, so this was a huge concern of mine. But the love I have for my son is crazy. He's a bit awkward, which makes sense. 14-year-old boys don't normally burst into tears and not let their mothers out of their grasp, but it'll be fine. I know it'll be a very long road, but it'll be worth it. Thanks for being supportive. Former 14-year-old butthead here, divorced home and all the fun stuff. Great job, mama. I'm 36 now with a 1.5-year-old of my own. My mom fighting my ignorance, bullheadedness, peacocking and all the other nonsense I put her through has made me a much better man. Boy, did we have our blowouts. I am so close with her now, talk with her daily, send her pictures of her grandson. She recently moved across the country to be closer to us and I couldn't be happier. I can't say how smooth the rest will be for you. But I have faith you and him will have a stronger bond for all of this. Kiddo learnt the truth and it's shaken up his world. He's back with you now and I hope he can grow up with his mum by his side. You taught him one of the best lessons a parent can teach. That you are true to your word, authentic, can be trusted, and are strong enough to protect him. You're a great role model, thanks. You did good, mama. You did real good. Enjoy your baby heart. You don't have to be their friend to be a great parent. You sound like a great mom who is doing her best to make your teen into a great adult. You are doing a great job. Being a good parent means we sometimes have to be the bad guy. Good for you for standing your ground. Am I the asshole for asking an artist to remove their signature from the art I commissioned? Throw away as I wish to remain anonymous from the artist, they are on Reddit. I found an artist I really enjoy and commissioned them recently. I want to preface this with the fact that everything went extremely smoothly so far. I am very happy with the outcome and the art is exactly what I pictured. Only one issue though. They left their signature on it. To be fair, it is small, off to the corner, not very noticeable. I just feel that it is unprofessional, as I commissioned them the artwork does not belong to them anymore. I asked if they will remove it for me and they seemed kinda annoyed and asked me if I read their TOS. Admittedly, I skimmed, where it apparently states that they will not remove their signature. I told them what I said above, which is that I own the art now. They then told me I somehow don't and then quoted me a huge markup price for commercial rights, and they only removed their signature for that purpose. I said I don't need commercial rights and tried to compromise by offering to send them $5 to remove it, which is utter bullshit in the first place. I shouldn't have to pay extra for this. They refused and I had essentially told the artist that if they don't remove it then I will simply Photoshop it out myself. Considering that it's mine, I can do what I please with it. They then informed me that I will be blacklisted from commissioning them if I do so. Spoiler alert, I did it and now I am not to mention blocked from then as well. Am I the asshole? You are the asshole. Do you want the author's name removed from a book when you buy it? You are the asshole. A commission does not mean it's scrubbed of origin or attribution. Artwork that is sold still retains attribution to the artist. You are the asshole. Big time. I'd write more, but I bet OP wouldn't read it. Open mouth smile. You are the asshole. Some artists will remove their sig from commissioned work, but it was in the TOS you would not, and you signed anyway. Then quoted me a huge markup price for commercial rights. This is standard. Commissioning art does not mean you automatically own the right to use it commercially. You have a lot to learn about commissioned art and how to respect artists. You are the asshole. Artists do this for copyright reasons and you didn't read the terms and conditions. A measly $5 for commercial rights? Laughing my ass off not to be mean, but I would have blocked you. You are the asshole. I can't tell if you're a troll or just incredibly stupid. Literally most artists sign their work. How is that unprofessional? Also, while you may own a physical copy or a digital copy, you don't suddenly own their design. There is such a thing as intellectual property. You can't buy a movie on DVD for instance and then host a paid movie night. You still have to get permission, pay licensing fees. Also, let this being a lesson to read the terms and services. They are within their legal right. And also $5 is lowball laughable offer. You're a joke. Am I the asshole for defending my friend and saying my wife needs to work on her insecurities? I've been married to Jessica for 13 years and we have 2 girls, 12 and 5. I have a female friend, Madison, who I have known since before I was with Jessica. This has never caused much of an issue, because I met Madison through her ex-husband, who is still one of her best friends, and we usually hang out in a group, so Jessica has never felt jealous or threatened. She doesn't like Madison though due to clashing personalities. She feels Madison and our mutual friend, her ex-'s wife, look down on her, but she can't come up with any examples and admits it is just a gut feeling. I don't know what to believe there, because other people have told me they felt that it was Jessica who hated the 2 other women. Madison has a glamorous life. She used to work in fashion and married a guy with fuck you money, so my 12-year-old has always been in awe of her just due to the clothes and the parties. This annoys Jessica, but we never thought much of it. Jessica is more the girl next door type and looks down on Madison for some of the glamour. My 5-year-old has been having some behavioral issues lately, so we are working on that, but everyone is a little tense. Madison and her current husband stopped by Saturday night after attending some sort of gala fundraiser, because he lent me something and needed it back. Madison was dressed up from the gala. Our 5-year-old heard the noise and it woke her up. We had been having a tough day with her behavior and my wife was burned out. She saw Madison and said, "You look like a princess. You are so pretty and your dresses are so pretty. I wish you were my mom." Madison laughed and was like, "Aw, thank you," which Jessica thought was insensitive. When they left she went off about what a bitch Madison was. I thought it would blow over, but she has been pressuring me to distance myself from the friendship. I argued Madison didn't even do anything and it was about a dress, not my wife, but Jessica says that it doesn't matter what Madison did. She is my wife and she is uncomfortable, so that should be my priority. Today she brought it up again and I snapped at her that she needs to work on her insecurity. No one did anything wrong, and I am entitled to a life and friendships which don't get to be dictated by her insecurities. Obviously that did not go over well. You are the asshole. Your child said this. I wish you were my mom. And you did nothing to correct either your kid or Madison? You did worse than that. You allowed this random woman to encourage the comment and validated with her and your wife. Do you even like your wife? 'Cause you certainly don't have her back at all. Disgraceful. Unpopular opinion but not the asshole. Madison brushed off the comment and laughed. That's not an inappropriate reaction. I think most kids will say something similar at one point, especially at 5 years old. Not the asshole. If I had a quarter for every time a child said something less than sensitive, I'd be able to afford those fancy dresses, too. It's natural for a child to see the shiny pretty thing and want that. Your wife is the one with the problem and yes, should get some therapy to sort it out. It's not your responsibility to make your wife feel better actually, you can't. You could cut the whole world out and she would likely still find something to feel insecure about because she's looking externally to fix an internal issue. Couples counseling would be a good way to navigate finding the balance between being supporting and being an emotional crutch. Honestly? Not the asshole. Yes, she is your wife. Yes, she should be your priority. But if she can give no real reason why she dislikes Madison, or any situation where Madison has actually been mean to her, she is being petty and irrational. Partners should never dictate who you are and aren't friends with. Male, female, or otherwise. Not the asshole. The only people I see giving asshole votes seem to be people who are old-fashioned and expect you to go along with everything your wife says. You didn't do anything wrong and your friend didn't either. Yes, you could have been a tad gentler with your wife but you're right. She is jealous and insecure and that's her issue to work on. You can only support. Not the asshole. I hate it when people project their insecurities onto others. She may need therapy. Hold your ground because if she forces you to do one thing due to her insecurities, it will be the start of many and the resentment will build.